This morning we issued an amber weather warning for thunderstorms for overnight and into the early hours of Saturday morning. So Friday night and Saturday, an amber thunderstorm warning for parts of East Anglia and the southeast. And because we're particularly concerned about the intensity of thunderstorms, a lot of lightning, large hailstones and gusty winds possible in this area, likely to cause some disruption if it does happen. Now, as always with thunderstorms, not everywhere in the warning area will catch these downpours. It's an area where we could see potential disruption. We've got amber, as I said, because of the potential severity, but we do need to keep an eye on developments across France this afternoon, because that is basically where our storm is coming from, and it could still form in a slightly different place. It could still, wouldn't take much for it to move a little bit further east, and then we wouldn't see too many impacts across this part of the world. But we are concerned. The amber warning's in place from 8 o'clock tonight until 5 o'clock in the morning. Torrential rain could cause some local flooding. As I said, there's lightning strikes and hail and gusty winds, a potential extra hazard. But that isn't the only warning we have in place. We have yellow warnings for Wales and southwest England through Friday, and increasingly they spread north as we go through the night. So we have a yellow warning extending up across northern England and Scotland for thunderstorms that are likely through the night and again on Saturday. Now, these storms could also cause some problems, but we're particularly concerned, say, about that amber warning area where there is a greater risk of lightning. We can show that on this chart here. This is the likelihood of lightning through this afternoon. You can see that zone. You can just about make out the southeast of East Anglia there. High risk of intense lightning across that southeastern corner through tonight. There is still the likelihood of some in the thunderstorms further west as well, but a greater risk here, greater probability, greater chance of lightning in that zone in and around the southeast of England and into parts of East Anglia. That's the lightning risk. Let's take a look at the probabilities of seeing 30 millimeters of rain, and again picking out that southeastern corner for the greatest chance of seeing heavy rain. That's 30 millimeters of rain in just 3 hours. So it's the intensity of the rain that could cause some problems. There is a risk further west as well, but it's not as intense, not as high. One more thing I wanted to show you. This is from a combination of computer models, particularly using the ECMWF data, the European data, showing the risk of hail. And you can see here the greatest risk of hail, 60%, sorry, 40 to 60% in this dark maroon layer there. That's across northern France. So this is the UK here. So the risk goes to that green zone there across the southeast. I think actually if we play, I can zoom in a little bit on that, and we can see that the risk further, there's the southeast, into that blue zone there, so 15–25% chance of some significant hail across that southeastern corner. But the greatest risk for the large hailstones is going to be across that northern France area from this intense thunderstorm, this MCS, that we are likely to see develop during the afternoon. So the potential for some significant hail greater than 5 centimeters, that's in that white outline there. So again, 20% chance of seeing 5 centimeter hail. That is pretty beefy. So that zone there across northern France likely to bear the brunt of these hailstones, but there is the chance of some significant hail also across parts of the United Kingdom. So yes, a very heavy rain coming in, and we can take a look a little bit more detail about what we could see this afternoon if we look at the rainfall and how that is kind of in two zones. So this one across the west, still likely to drop quite a lot of rain as it moves northwards through the night. But you can see the angrier looking colours here on the map across East Anglia and the southeast, just an extra layer of intensity. And again, that is part of the reason why we've issued the amber weather warning. And if we show the spikes in that, you can see that in there. Now again, they will still be hit and miss. Not everywhere in that zone seeing these spikes, seeing that intense downpour. Could be one of those ones where you get 30, 40, even 50 millimeters of rain in one location 5 miles away. You may not see much rain at all. But again, just showing the comparison with the intensity across, or the threat of the intensity across those eastern areas, slightly greater than west. That's why we've got that amber warning in place here. But still in that yellow warning area, which continues into Saturday, a continued risk of further heavy showers and the likelihood of further thunderstorms. So do keep up to date with the Met Office weather warnings, more details on all of that and what you could see on our app and of course on our website.